So this one is coming from genetics, and he's saying 2 adolescent learners were not sure how the sex of a fetus is determined and wanted to try by engaging in sexual relationships. 2 adolescent learners were not sure how the sex of a fetus is determined and wanted to try by engaging in sexual relationships. In A, Roman number 1, explain the sex determinants of the fetus. So they are just asking us how we can determine sex, or what determines the sex of the fetus. So the sex of a fetus is determined by 2 types of chromosomes. So we have the Y chromosome and the X chromosome, or X chromosome and Y chromosome. Those are the types of chromosomes that determine the type of that determine the sex of the fetus. So to answer this one, we need to talk of the 2 types of chromosomes. So we have the X chromosome and the Y chromosome. So these are the 2 types of chromosomes that we have, and these are the chromosomes which determine the sex of the fetus. So we are going to say the sex of the fetus is determined by the 2 types of chromosomes. We have the X chromosome and the Y chromosome. Now, one thing that you need to know is that the egg from the female, it has XX chromosomes. So it has 2 pairs of chromosomes which are XX. Then we also have the sperm. So the sperm is made up of X and Y. So this one is coming from the male. Now, during fertilization, you are going to find that these are the chromosomes which are going to determine if the fetus is going to be a male or the female. So if the fetus is having XY, which means it is going to be a male. Meaning, when the fetus is having XX, it is going to be a female. Then when it is having XY, it is going to be a male. So those are the types of chromosomes which determine the sex of the fetus. Number 2, use a genetic diagram to illustrate your answer. So here we need to illustrate our answer on how sex is determined using the X chromosome and the Y chromosome. Specifically, we need to use XX for the female, XY for the male. So we need to start with the phenotype. Now, when you talk of phenotype, it is the outward appearance of a living organism. So we need to have a male being close with a female. Then the next one, it is going to be the genotype. So we have the genotype. Now, as for the genotype, genotype, they are represented by the alleles. So the chromosome for a male, it is XY. That's the chromosomes for a male. Then as for the female, it is XX. Okay? So these are the chromosomes for a male, and these are the chromosomes for a female. The next one, we are going to split the gametes. So under gametes, here we are going to have X. Then here we are going to have Y. Another one we are going to have X. Even here we are going to have X. Then what follows next is the random assortment. So random assortment. Meaning, this chromosome is going to be crossed with this one here. And then here we are going to have XX. Then even this one is going to be crossed with this one here. Then we are going to have here XX. Then let's come to this one. Here, this one is going to be crossed with this one. Then we are going to have XY. Then this one here is going to be crossed with this one. Then we are going to have XY. So this one is going to be our F1 genotype. Then what follows next is the F1 phenotype. So now as you can see here we are having XX, which means this one is going to be a female. So this one is a female. And this one is XX, which means even this one is going to be a female. Then here we are having XY, which means this one is going to be a male. XY, this one is going to be a male. So now as you can see, here we are having 2 females and here we are having 2 males. So in conclusion, we can say that the chances of having a boy child and the chances of having a girl child are equal. It is 50%, 50%. You can't determine if you're going to have a female child or you're going to have a male child. So we can just say the chances of having a male child and a female child are equal. So that is how we answer using a genetic diagram. So that was the last one. Thanks for watching.